let's move on
to our number 4.
That Wraithborn, by the way, was signed. I don't know if you saw it by both.
I'm gonna give you a pass,
Joe and Peter,
on both Lady Mechanica.
Okay.
And Wraithborn.
Oh, nice.
Where I'm not gonna say that Empress should have been higher than them,
because you know it's my list, right?
Still wrong.
Okay.
But I will say that those books are at least equal to.
Okay.
So I could see how there would be a struggle there.
Right.
Like, okay, what do I, and you're a huge Benitez fan.
Yes, I am.
So I can give you the fact that you would rank Wraithborn and Lady Mechanica higher than Empress.
So you're putting a lot of pressure on the rest of these books.
They better be freaking good, because if they suck, I'm going to keep talking about it.
I think you might anyway.
That's probably going to happen.
Here we go.
Hey, is it 7 to Eternity?
Yeah. My number 4.
Okay, I need you to talk to me about this book.
Okay.
Because frick, there we go. Nope, that's good enough. Is that good enough? That's good enough.
Looks good.
Should I go back where you're at? Like, what the heck? I don't know. This is part of that probably should be clipped out, but it's not going to be because we don't do that.
No, that ain't worth it.
Okay. 7 to Eternity. Here's the deal. Dude, I just... You guys watched. You watched me for like the last 32 minutes.
Look how
I was like adjusting it and figuring it out and like positioning it. And, you know what? Screw it.
Oh. Just, can we not? No, Jeff.
Is that good?
You're the worst.
I'm having fun.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Why is look like it's weird? Like, see how yours shows up like it's framed better, but then mine's cut off. Like I got to go way back here to get that much of my book in there.
I don't know.
They're not even. Do you see that though?
It looks fine to me now. However, you.
By the way, we can see our show. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Okay. So 7 to Eternity.
7 to Eternity.
Here's something weird.
What?
This book is up to like number 4, right?
Yes.
I have 2, 3, and 4.
You don't get it happen.
And I haven't read them yet because somehow or another I didn't pick up number 1.
Wait, so that means like if you had have read it, it could have been on your list.
Yes.
So what are you doing?
You're
bad at your list. Well, go get it before we do the show.
It's really hard to find now.
My god!
And I don't want a second printing.
And you're giving me all this S.
Well, yeah, because Empress is still better than this book I haven't read.
Oh, see, that's the thing. You don't even know. Oh my god.
Okay, so tell me about 7 to Eternity because it looks so interesting. Like I flipped through pages because like the covers are so cool looking.
Right.
And I love like the little every cover's got like this little beige like colored. Oh god, they look so good. They look so good.
Yeah.
And I was flipping through and I just like read a page just to see what it was like.
Okay.
And as soon as I got through the page, I'm like, I almost went and bought it on Comixology just so I could read the other 3 or 4, whatever we're up to.
Can't believe how stupidly biased your lists are now.
What? That book's not in my pile because I haven't read it.
But it doesn't mean it. But it should be. It should be.
I'm sorry I have not read a book that I don't. Man, I want number 1. I'm gonna go and buy it on Comixology and then eBay seriously, I'm gonna go find a first printing of it. I'm probably gonna pay too much for it.
Do you remember who wrote it? Rick Remender.
Look, I know who writes it.
Okay.
That's why I picked it up, and I thought I had the first issue, but I don't, and it bothers me. I'm not kidding. Like on my nightstand, all of those are just right there,
right,
ready to be read.
Right.
Oh, shut up and tell me about the book.
Okay, so this book's super cool because it's another fantasy book. Like it's really awesome, high fantasy, but it's like
Empress is still better.
One of the ways that I read one of the things that I read about it was one of the creators talking about how one of the coolest things about the comic book medium is that you can tell stories that you can never film. Like, like the stuff in this book is the perfect example. The amount of CG and like that kind of cleverness in the filmmaking to really portray this world, it would either be crappy or just too expensive. Like it wouldn't be worth
like a $1 billion movie that doesn't do anything.
And that's why we have comic books. And so right there is like one of the things that I'm sold on, fantasy and just like the uniqueness of comic book storytelling. And so what's really cool about this book, but beyond all that, well, is the story. I guess it's not like a unique thing, but the story, the premise is that there's this guy.
We'll get there.
There's this guy, I know. He's our hero, and he, more or less, let me tell you about the bad guy.
What's happening?
So there's the bad guy, and the way that he has become like the ruler of this world.
Okay, so bad guys ruling the world
is through the power of
love.
No, not love. Oh, what's the right word?
Fear.
Promise. Okay, because he knows everyone's deepest, darkest secrets. Like he is like the master of whispers.
So he rules by blackmail.
See, he'll say like, "Hey, if you like worship or serve me or whatever, do what I want, I'll give you this and this." He knows your deepest, most inner, darkest secrets.
So basically, he like bribes his way to power by promising people their greatest desire.
Right, but it's also just like, I know it's kind of like blackmail at the same time, and also your wish, he'll give you your one wish.
So does he have the ability? So like, let's say like I want like whatever, like I want to be able to be the best comic book artist in the world.
Right,
that's my deepest and then I go to him and I'm like, I will. He's like, worship me, and I'll. Does he have the ability to do that?
See, that's the thing about wishes, right?
Okay.
You know how like in
can I wish for more wishes?
No.
Okay.
No. Yeah. See, there's those things too.
So he doesn't have ultimate cosmic power in a itty bitty living space.
No.
Okay.
No, it's not like that.
Okay.
It's not genie powers in a sense.
Okay.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. So, but that's the thing. It's like, it's definitely a be careful what you wish for kind of thing. And so he's got this manipulative kind of power. He rose to power, and there's magic. There's magic involved.
Okay.
It's really cool. What the like, I think it's in issue 2. You get some backstory about a character that dies in issue 1, but there's ties to the main character, and now it's like this main character is part of this family who has never bent the knee to.
Okay. So we have like Mr. Rebellious.
Right. Okay. Yeah. But he might. Like, it looks like he might.
Oh, really?
Right.
Oh, my gosh. I need to read this book.
Yeah, and so it's really cool, and the art is seriously amazing.
Dude, the art, I saw the art when I was flipping through it, and it looks incredible.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Okay, so when the wish fulfillment, I'm interested in this. So does he get, like, crafty with it? So you're like, oh, I want to be the best comic book artist in the world, and then he
puts you on the moon.
Right.
Yeah, it might be. Honestly, like, the extent of his power and how he has used that kind of manipulation hasn't really been fully explored or revealed.
But he is. But the idea is that he's crafty like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So you really do have to be like, I want one American currency that is not stolen. That, like, you have to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay. That's fair.
Yeah. So it's real good.
Well, I need to read that. I need issue 1.
Bro,
dude, seriously.
I'm disappointed though, because I feel like this book would have made it onto your top 10 had you had just read it. Like, I feel like this book is getting robbed a little bit.
Well, I feel like Empress got robbed.
All right, cool. So what's your book?
It's Kill or Be Killed.
Oh, you don't say.
Are you gonna do that voice?
I don't know. Well, just
that voice killed me.
It's fun. I don't want to overuse it.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I'm really still interested in this, but we'll talk after the show.
Yeah.
So, Kill or Be Killed. Basic premise: a demon, if you will, maybe the devil.
Maybe
they don't really say. Comes to a kid or a dude, and
he's more of a dude than a kid.
Yeah,
he's definitely like living on his own or with a roommate.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he has a roommate, and then the roommate's like girlfriend has pity on him, and like there's a whole that's the worst scene. Like, it's so uncomfortable. Anyways, I'll get to that.
Yeah.
So, demon comes to him and basically tells him. So it saved his life.
Well,
kind of.
He tried
to kill himself,
right?
And didn't.
Right.
And so, basically, to not go to hell,
right?
The demon says you have to kill someone, anyone at all, just murder someone,
right,
once a month,
right,
or I'm dragging you to hell,
right.
And so he doesn't know if the botched suicide maybe like messed with his head and he was seeing things. So like this first month is stressful,
yes,
because we're coming up to the last day,
yes,
and he finally picks his target, and it's all that even that like aspect of it was so good. But like the reason why this guy, like, his life is pretty miserable. So his roommate's his best friend, and his best friend's girlfriend is like this girl he's in love with. And so he even mentions, like, I have to hear them going to Pound Town every night. You know what I mean? He's like, the love of my life is in the next room getting railed by my best friend. and it's like he has to hear it every night.
My heart is hurting.
Yeah, and then at one point, his best friend leaves, and so then she like all of a sudden comes on to him, and they start kissing, and like he's like, "What's going? Maybe she does have feelings for me." Blah blah blah. And then all of a sudden he overhears her later with like she's saying like how much she pities him, and it just they do. Ed Brubaker's the writer, and
oh my god,
he does such a good job at like making you feel the misery of this guy's life that when he goes to kill himself, you're kind of like, I can see that.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
but like that's the thing about this book. You continually just feel bad about this guy,
dude. Like his life went from bad to trying to kill himself to now being trapped in this murder cycle a month where he has to either that or go to hell.
Right.
Like, oh, it's so good. And then
do you think that's like demonic puberty where he has to kill someone once a month?
see, the way I equated it was like he's got his demon period.
Right.
Yeah, so
it's that time of the month again.
Yeah.
He's got to murder someone.
But then at one point he like has this weird dream. Have you gotten
I don't dream about the demon?
No. Where like he ends up like shooting himself and in a mirror, and like there's some weird stuff happening.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it was like real brief, and it hasn't really been explained.
So this book is really good. Like it's this is one again. I have a weakness for number ones.
Right.
And I saw Ed Brubaker's name.
Yep.
On a number one, and I was like, well, that's happening because my weakness is done.
Yep.
Because we talked about like Ed Brubaker's a writer that I'm like I'm gonna buy his stuff because his stuff's amazing.
Right.
And this book, just the twists and turns and like kind of like the dark spin on. He tries to go Dexter with his powers, you know, like the show Dexter. I don't know if you're familiar with it, but basically Dexter is like this homicidal maniac, but he's raised by someone who noticed that homicide tendency. And so he
shaped him.
Yeah, he raised him to murder for good. So like he does all this like detective work on people, and he makes sure like the person that he's going to murder to kind of quell that thirst.
Yeah,
is like the worst. Like he kills Dexter's killing like child molesters, and rapists, and everything. And so our dude here kind of does that too.
Right.
Where he starts to like
in that first kill.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, you're just like. You're rooting for him. He's about to murder someone.
Yeah, and
you're rooting for him.
But then there's that moment where you're like, oh, maybe that wasn't a good idea.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, just watching this poor guy go through all this stuff and trying to figure out like, man, at what point is this going to turn around for him? And maybe it won't. Who knows? But it's really it's such a mind game to be like in that situation. And Brubaker does.
Like, what do you do? And that's the thing. Is it just in his mind?
Right, and we don't really know if he's still like not crazy. Like
that's one of the most intriguing things about this
because
book.
You're like, wait a second, like he could be murdering for no reason. Because there's no real way to confirm whether or not. What do you do? Go to someone and be like, listen, hang out with me for a bit. This demon shows up, and I need to know if he really shows up. Like, what do you do with that?
Right.
Like, no, I'm not gonna hang out with you anymore.
Yep.
So, anyways, that's my that number 4?
Yeah, I think that's number 4.
Yeah, that's dude. Kill or be killed. You got it. And apparently, I need to go because I'm sorry. You still made the mistake of Empress.
All right,
we got 3 more here.
All right, this is my number 3. You ready for your number 3?
I'm ready for my number 3.
Oh, look at that! Look what I picked,
dude.
That looks familiar.
I'm not kidding you. From 5 up was so difficult for me. So Spencer, tell us about Kill or Be Killed. Okay, right. Cryptocracy.
All right, well played. You set your joke up that took away from mine, and I approve. That was well done.
What was your joke?
I would just be like, okay, like go back like 2 minutes.
Oh,
see, yours is way better.
Yeah,
I let you have it.
Okay, thank you, appreciate it.
What's this book? Cryptocracy.
Also?
Yes.
I can understand why this one. Why I can see why.
Can you see my list now?
So far, since Empress.
Okay.
What was okay? So it was Empress,
right?
Then Lady Mechanica, right?
Yeah, Empress, Lady Mechanica, Wraithborn.
Okay, so far I can at least grasp the logic that you were using on the crapper.
Yes.
To get where we're at.
Right.
But these next 2, you're running out of steam.
I know.
I feel like you're running out of steam.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
7 Eternity, I don't know.
All right.
It could be not as good. It could be better. I don't freaking know.
I can't. Yeah.
But
we'll see.
I'm not kidding you. I'm gonna go home and read all all of them tonight.
Yeah,
you like triggered me into like, oh my gosh, I want to read that.
Ways.
So okay, Cryptocracy.
See, this is so funny that it's so high on yours, because this is a book that I started and then didn't.
I don't understand that, and even Lily's hooked on this.
Right.
She asked me, she's like, "Is there a new Cryptocracy coming out this week?"
Nice.
Like, okay, so basically, Cryptocracy follows like the world's powers. So imagine if the Illuminati, the world-controlling Illuminati, was real, and then there were multiple families of Illuminati.
Like deeper than the Illuminati.
Like, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, because the Illuminati's known.
Right.
So, like, there are different levels within each family.
Oh, I know. You should tell them.
Yeah, no, I'm just talking.
That's fine. I mean, you can look at me.
Yeah. Okay. So, my hat's crooked. Nope, I don't know how cameras work. Dude, one of these episodes, I'm not going to wear a hat, and I want to see if anybody notices. I know you'll notice.
It's going to be weird.
Yeah, I just want to see if anybody notices.
I'm going to say it. Yeah. Like,
one episode, I feel like
is Jeff Walsh. And
no,
he's not wearing
you
a
can't.
Hat.
I should wear my fez one time too. I love
that should be like a celebratory episode. You know, like I'll wear another special shirt.
Okay, we'll get dressed up.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet, for whatever episode. Definitely not the top 10. That would have been a good idea for us to get dressed up for the top 10.
Well, I did. I wore 3/4 sleeves. That's more sleeve than you're used to getting. It's like a special treat tonight. Look how much sleeve.
I'm gonna get some water.
You're gonna get some. You're gonna rehydrate.
Yeah.
Refuel. Get ready for
this.
Okay,
so
final
Cryptocracy.
stretch.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Oh, I didn't see you there. Okay, so Cryptocracy. So you have families and all that stuff. So all these different families control like different areas of the world. So like there's a U.S. controlling family and like an Asian controlling family and like
there's like
European.
9 of them.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
And none of them like each other, but they kind of respect the hierarchy that controls the world. They do some power plays against each other, but it's not. They just deal with each other.
Right.
And then we follow the American group, if you will.
Sure. It's what we're familiar with.
Right. And so, gosh, this book is complicated.
It is.
So within the families, within this hierarchy, there is like the highest level.
Right. There's inner circle on inner circle.
Yeah.
on
So
inner circle.
yeah, it's like an onion or a parfait because everybody loves parfaits.
No.
So
like parfait.
Yeah, that's a nice boulder. So like let's just go with like the biggest circle. The outer rim is just like people that like are your like lackeys. They're your pawns.
Right.
They don't even know about the circle. They're just like your like drug dealer dudes that are just like fueling money, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
And you work your way through to where like then you can get to like the security people for your family that know about the hierarchy, but they don't know any of the like family secrets.
And there's like the merchant level,
right? And then there's like the family level where the main character is the dude on the front. Like, so it's him and his sister. They're like close they're like close to the highest ranking or lowest ranking, however you want to do that.
Sure.
And then it's Pops. Like he's in charge of the family.
Yes.
And then knows everything.
Right.
He knows all the secrets, and suddenly all these families that are just in control of everything and have all this power, suddenly they start getting hunted.
Like out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere.
Like you think the story's going to be about one thing, and then there's a talking bear.
Oh yeah, the bear. I love the bear.
And then out of nowhere, this like monk guy.
Dude, this like magician-y.
Yeah, because out of
staff
nowhere.
And like.
And just, he like slays someone, right?
Dude, he like blows up the plane full of
like this one family.
Yeah. And so then all the families got to get together and figure out what's going on. Then,
like
spoilers, he shows up there.
Yeah,
like,
whoops.
And like it's supposed to be a secure location. They don't even know.
Right. What's even
going on? And then
there's
one point where like the sister's trying to get power. She wants to like take over because the dad's dying or is really close to dying.
Right.
And then our dude ends up meeting up with basically a girl that's introduced in the story. And like one of the funnest things is they go to this like island area and there's like dinosaurs and crap.
Frick.
And like that's where the bear came from. So like his family's there. And like then they're turning like, oh gosh, there's so much good stuff.
Yeah.
So anyways, it
really turns into something else.
It really, really does.
Wow.
And then the latest issues, like there's some serious twists and like you're starting to get deeper into what's actually happening and why this dude's killing his family. And just my favorite part of this book was the fact that they built up this like world dominating group,
Right.
and then they put them on the defensive.
Yeah.
I love that.
Oh, yeah.
I love, like, these people have never been defensive. They've always been in charge, never afraid of anything.
In control.
Just as much money, and they know all the secrets of everywhere. Like the presidents and prime ministers and leaders are all in their pockets.
Yeah.
And then just one dude shows up, and they have no idea what to do.
Right.
Because they don't know who this guy is. They don't know how he's doing what he's doing. They are afraid, and they are getting murdered.
It's great.
And it's great.
Yeah.
So that's...
Well, maybe I'll read it. I mean, maybe.
I would. So Lily loves it.
Off of a borrow, not a buy. Kind of had to make a choice. It's one of
Whatever.
those things.
Empress.
They're tough.
Empress.
Tough.
I'm gonna stop talking because I can't put down the books you put above it because they're that good.
All right,
All
number
right,
two. Number two.
What is that? Oh, I'm torn.
What happened?
I'm torn.
Uh-oh.
That didn't make my list.
I know.
It was on. It was in the pile.
Right.
Because I know you don't read this.
Right, because I couldn't find the number two.
I don't know.
And it was because I couldn't find number two, I think, and I didn't want to buy 3, 4, and 5 or whatever. And so number one was real good. Like, but you know what? I took it as a sign where it's like, it's fine. Budget. I'm just not. I'm gonna just let it go. But it is good, and I think it is well deserving of your number 2 slot.
This book is so good. Okay, you do Animosity, and then I'm going to talk about why Animosity is not in my top 10.
Oof. Okay, but you want me to talk about it first?
Yeah. Go Animosity.
I think
it's a good book.
We've talked about it before.
It's a great book.
We talked about it before.
We have.
And the thing
on our Aftershock show,
right?
Which may or may not actually be on. Oh, it was.
Yeah, no,
that
it worked.
isn't a hidden episode.
No, it's not. It's not a secret. It's out there.
Yeah.
The thing about Animosity, it's post-apocalyptic.
It is.
It's clever,
hyper clever,
and it has got some hilarious beats in it.
Yes,
like very funny things, like commentary.
It's got great story beats, but then it's also got these like wildly intense moments.
Yeah,
like they do a really good job of like swapping in and out of that.
And then overall, it is the relationship that she has with her dog,
Sandor.
He loves her Sandor so much.
Yeah, it's the epitome of dog loyalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Like he is the embodiment of what our perception of dog loyalty is.
Right.
Like you read this book and you go, "We don't deserve dogs." You know what I mean? Like
especially dogs like Sandor.
Yeah, it's just that book's.
Yeah, and it's so cool. It's so good. Just the way that world works. Like if all the animals woke up, this is how it would look.
So give the quick synopsis. So in case they haven't watched the old episode.
Sure. There is a
go
day,
back and watch it.
For some reason or another, all the animals in the world wake up. Yeah. They become sentient. Yeah, they call it the awakening.
The awakening, yeah.
And, most of them are pissed.
Most of them are pissed.
They're pissed at people because we've been eating them. We've been beating them.
Caging them.
Yep.
Turning them to pets.
Yeah. How dare us domesticate these easily domesticated animals. I'd be so dead.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, you're not.
Yeah.
No.
Right, which is...
My dog is going to Sandor, and so is my cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love me.
I love that.
And they won't kill Lily because they love me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If they want your love, she stays.
Yeah, like I'll explain it to them. They got it.
No, they got it.
Yeah.
They got it. Is it like one of those pets supposed to be hers, but because you spend more time with it? That's not the case.
All pets are mine.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. There's no supposed Lily pet. No. What was I thinking?
You know what the best part is? The cat.
Yeah.
My little mamas. I didn't want a cat when we got the cat.
Right.
It was Lily and her sister. Sister was living with us, and they wanted a cat.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, fine, let's go get a cat.
Fine.
And so we go to this house, Lay's selling cats.
Yeah.
And we're looking at all these cats, and like I don't know what possessed us to do it, but I'm glad we did. But there's all these cats are chilling.
Sure.
Right? A couple are snuggled up to each other, being all cute, and one's like super like, oh, pet me. And
right.
Which one do we pick? We picked the one that's up sideways on the couch, doing one of like Spider-Man crawling. It's hyper.
Right.
That's our cat. And that's the one we own now. And I love my kitty.
Nice.
So, yep, she would protect my life. She would save me from alligators and or crocodiles, whatever those were. Pretty sure they're alligators.
Yeah, maybe a tiger here or there.
Yep.
Things like that.
Yeah. So, animals wake up.
Animals wake up, and it's the end of the human world. It's a different kind of apocalypse, because like the world still functions just in the way that animals would run it.
It's like Planet of the Apes, but everything.
Right.
But all animals.
All of them.
Yeah. And they band together quick, and it turns out there's a crap ton more of them than there are of us.
Yeah, weird how that works.
Yeah. Like, and we're talking like down to bugs.
Right.
It's just every animal, insect, fish, bird.
Right.
Like, we are outnumbered, and they are pissed.
But it turns out not all of them are, right? Like, there are some animals that still love people, and they want to help them. And then it becomes this kind of war.
Don't they have, like, names for, like, I forget, like, the animals that hate people? Don't they have, like, a name for animals that, like are sided with people or
right,
whatever?
like, besides traitor?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I forget.
something like that.
But
there's a Pokemon reference in it?
There is.
So you know that's good.
Yes, the whale.
Right. And he's like, humpback whale.
Humpback whale. That's
how it works, right?
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Pokemon. Dude, I'm going hard on Pokemon.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Okay,
So why is this not on your top 10 then?
Okay. So.
Just quickly.
Yeah. It was in my pile. So I basically made a pile. I probably had 30 books. And then I just was like, yes or no, first half.
Right.
This was in the yes half. So then I had to cut 5.
Okay.
Here's why I cut this one. I'm reading it. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I enjoy it as much as what I've read so far.
Okay.
But it is one that I like look forward to.
Right.
But when I was just sizing it up against everything else, I was just like I would think about Animosity, and then I would think about like Skyborn. I'm like, okay, if I was sitting here right now and I wanted to read a comic book,
right,
would I do Skyborn or Animosity?
Right.
I'm like, I'd do Skyborn for sure.
Right.
And I just basically did that.
Did that with all of them.
And Animosity
just fell off.
It's just I like the book, borderline love the book.
Yeah.
But I'm not in love with the book.
Aha.
So yeah, maybe it'll change because the book is still growing, like it's still doing its thing.
Okay.
So, but as of right now, it didn't make it.
Yeah, and that happens.
It does.
That happens.
And then other ones I just haven't read yet.
Mad. Hey, tell me about Black Hammer. And no, not that one.
What? Butthammer?
No, this is a good book.
Okay. I don't even know where to start with this book.
Start with issue 1.
This book almost, and we are talking just hair's width,
right,
made it to number 1.
Right.
And I didn't because reasons. So
I think we know what's going to happen.
Yeah. You know what'd be great?
Oh my god.
You know what'd be great is if it's not even on my list.
If it's not even on your list.
Oh god. Okay. So, Black Hammer is about this group of superheroes that are basically trapped in this Mayberry-like town on a farm. Mm-hmm. And when I say trapped, I mean they don't know how they got there.
Yeah.
And they just know they can't leave. Like, they can't escape. They don't even really get into them attempting to escape.
Okay.
Like, we pick up after they've kind of accepted it / are going crazy from it.
Uh-huh.
But we just know that they've tried to escape. Doesn't happen.
That can't.
We don't really get into how it didn't happen or what the consequences were.
Okay.
But there's just a handful of heroes. There's like a space cadet / like traveler guy that kind of goes through dimensions, and there's a robot. There's like this superhero lady that was older, but now she's like in this childlike body. And
she's real sassy.
And she's pissed. Yeah. She is a little kid because she has to go. And that's the other thing. They keep up appearances in this town, so like people don't know what's going on. And so this little girl who's like 50, she has to go to school every day,
and all she wants to do is just smoke a cigarette.
Yeah, and so oh my gosh. And then there's there's a witch that they don't really talk to because she's just off on her own.
As witches.
And then there's the guy who like was kind of like the all-American hero, and he's kind of just accepted life and just is enjoying the farmer life.
Yeah.
And now they're getting pissed at him. Mm-hmm. But what they don't know as the heroes is that there's also a group that has recognized they've gone missing, and they're looking for them. And it's just that dynamic of
dang.
They don't know how they got there. They don't know what villain sent them there. They don't know why them.
Right.
And then there's this group that doesn't know why them. A lot of people in the real world or outside their little trapped world believe they're just gone. Like they just quit.
Right.
And then there's this group that's like, no, they wouldn't have done that, so we're gonna go find them. And then we just follow that story.
That's cool,
dude. Just in the moments where they're like they're getting stir crazy, more stir. It's really good. It's just it's like a superhero book with a twist,
right?
Like, and I just love the fact that I think we're like 5 issues in.
Okay,
I think, and we still haven't gotten to who, what, and why.
Oh,
like we don't know. Like we just know that they're trapped.
Right.
The robot scientist guy keeps sending out like satellites trying to gather information.
Yes.
He can't get through. And we learn kind of why-ish.
He just can't get through.
So it's amazing.
If I find issue number 2 when we go to the next
one, you mean?
Whatever, I have one. I've read one.
Oh, you didn't get number 2?
I didn't get number 2.
Find number 2.
I couldn't find number 2.
Yeah.
See, like with Cryptocracy, I don't know what it is. I don't doubt that it's good. It sounds interesting or whatever, but it's just like, I don't know. But when this book, and I see this book here at your number 2 slot, that is where
like
it
I feel like I'm
that.
not doing it justice, because just the story is just it's so intriguing to read. Like I don't want to just keep using the word amazing, but like it's just it sucks you into this world of like where they're trapped.
Yeah.
And then having someone that legitimately has accepted this trap.
Right.
So he's like given up. Then you have like the girl who literally is ready to murder people.
Right.
And like the one guy starting to like he wants to date a lady, and then the sheriff is like suspicious of their whole family.
Yeah.
Like there's just a lot going on. Woo. And it's getting tense.
No kidding.
So we're getting ready to culminate. So
man,
that blow up. So
you're getting me back into that one.
I would, dude.
Yeah,
I would.
I think
definitely.
so. That's the one that'll be my next
All right.
hunt.
Number 2.
These are our number 2s.